What if one scene on set started a real love story? A kiss that lingered too long, a look that said more than the script. Hollywood creates love stories on screen, but sometimes the actors write their own off it. Here are 19 black celebrity couples who fell in love while working together and ended up walking down the aisle for real.
Denzel Washington and Pauletta Pearson, 3 proposals before she said yes. They met in 1977 on the TV movie Wilma. Denzel wasn't immediately struck by her, but as they worked together, something real started to grow. Their romance stayed completely private, no public attention, no Hollywood fanfare. Pauletta turned Denzel down not once, not twice, but 3 times. She didn't want to get swept up in the chaos of fame. But Denzel stayed patient, stayed genuine, and finally, she said yes. They married in 1983 in a private ceremony. They went through a quiet separation at one point, but worked through it and came out stronger. Over 40 years later, Denzel still credits Pauletta for keeping him grounded. When rumors surfaced about a close female colleague in the 90s, Denzel shut it down fast, saying Pauletta was the only one for him. Their story isn't just about love, it's about patience, loyalty, and choosing each other every single day.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, a love story full of twists and shocking secrets. It started in 1990 when Jada auditioned for The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She didn't get the role, but she got Will's attention. Jada was skeptical at first. She saw someone lacking depth, but Will's kindness and those deep late-night conversations slowly broke her walls down. She still rejected him the first time he confessed his love. She didn't trust Hollywood relationships, but Will didn't quit. He proved himself, and eventually they made it official. On December 31st, 1997, they married quietly. No cameras, just family. Then in 2020, Jada dropped a bombshell on Red Table Talk. She admitted to an affair with August Alsina during a period when they were separated. The world was stunned. But instead of breaking apart, Will and Jada chose to face it together. Their story shows love isn't always easy. Sometimes it's messy, painful, and complicated. But commitment can survive even the toughest storms. Angela Bassett and Courtney B. Vance. It started on the set of Boys in the Hood in 1991. They were just colleagues at first. But during one especially tough scene, Courtney stepped in to protect Angela, and that moment shifted everything. She felt something that went far beyond friendship. Their bond wasn't built on romance right away. It was forged through emotional, high-pressure moments on and off set. Courtney worried that Angela's rising fame would create distance between them. Angela believed love would hold them together, and it did. When Angela received a major award nomination, Courtney realized how deeply he loved her. Their wedding was a Hollywood moment, not just beautiful on screen, but proven in real life. Angela and Courtney stand as proof that real love can grow in the most unexpected, challenging circumstances.
Samuel L. Jackson and LaTanya Richardson, a 40-year love story with surprising secrets. They met at Trinity College in Atlanta in the 1970s, but their love truly took shape while filming The Last Dragon in 1985. During production, LaTanya helped Samuel fight through his alcohol addiction, a battle most people had no idea he was facing. She wasn't just a co-star, she was his lifeline. As Samuel's career exploded with films like Pulp Fiction, LaTanya often felt unseen and unappreciated at major events. Things hit a low point in 1998 when Samuel won a Golden Globe and didn't mention her in his speech. She was furious. But instead of walking away, they went to therapy and fought for each other. More than 40 years later, their love is a testament to sacrifice, resilience, and choosing each other even when things get hard. Cicely Tyson and Miles Davis, arguments on stage, harmony off-screen. They met while working on the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman in 1974. No romantic scenes, just deep artistic conversations that sparked something real. But Miles was far from a perfect partner. He had affairs and often left Cicely feeling hurt and overlooked. The breaking point came in 1981 when Miles held a major concert in New York and didn't mention her once, despite everything she had been through with him. Cicely left that night, heartbroken. Miles eventually realized his mistake and publicly apologized. Cicely forgave him, and they pressed forward together. Their story is a lesson in patience and commitment, proof that love isn't about perfection, but about showing up for each other, even after the hurt.
Diane Carroll and Vic Damone, a love that couldn't survive the spotlight gap. They met on the set of Hawaii in 1966 and became one of Hollywood's high-profile couples. But behind the glamour, tension was building. Diane's fame was skyrocketing. Vic felt overshadowed and left behind. In 1968, he publicly said that her fame had created distance between them, a shocking statement that put their relationship under a microscope. Despite moments of sweetness, the imbalance proved too much. They eventually parted ways. Their story is a reminder of how hard it is to balance love and competing careers under the spotlight.
Ruby Dee and Ossie Davis, over 50 years together built on forgiveness. They met while working on Purlie Victorious in 1965, bonded over shared respect and craft. In the early years, Aussie didn't have a steady income, and Ruby became the financial backbone of the family, creating real tension between them. Rumors surfaced about an affair early in the marriage, but Ruby chose to forgive. She stood by him through every tough stretch, and he stood by her in return. After more than 50 years, they are one of Hollywood's greatest examples of patience, sacrifice, and love that outlasts every storm. James Earl Jones and Cecilia Hart, a love tested by fame and feeling forgotten. Their romance started after starring together in The Great White Hope in 1969. But as James's fame grew, especially after voicing Darth Vader in Star Wars, Cecilia often felt left behind. One shocking moment came in 1987 when James didn't invite her to the Lion King premiere. The woman who had supported him through everything felt deeply unappreciated. She briefly walked away, and many thought the marriage was over. But James recognized his mistake, planned an intimate dinner, and sincerely apologized. That moment of humility brought them back together. Their story proves that love can survive even when great people make painful mistakes.
Phylicia Rashad and Ahmad Rashad, love on The Cosby Show set that hit real turbulence. They didn't play a couple on screen, but behind the scenes on The Cosby Show in 1985, something real was building. By 1990, they were dating. By 1995, married. But in 1997, a cheating rumor rocked Hollywood and raised serious questions about their future. The allegations were never confirmed. Rather than running, Phylicia chose to fight for the relationship. Their story proves that when both people are willing to push through the hard times, love can be stronger than any scandal.
Harry Belafonte and Julie Robinson, a love that defied society's rules. They met on the set of Island in the Sun in 1957. No romantic scenes, just long hours that sparked a real connection. Their interracial marriage in 1965 was considered scandalous at the time. Things got harder in 1967 when Harry didn't invite Julie to a major celebration of his own achievements, despite everything she had supported him through. Rumors suggested he was advised to keep his personal life separate from his public image. But Harry eventually recognized his mistake and publicly acknowledged Julie's role in his life. Their marriage became a symbol of love standing firm against society's judgment.
Eartha Kitt and John Barrymore, a romance that ended with a dramatic exit. Their connection began on the set of The Mating Season in 1949. The chemistry between them was undeniable, even without heady romantic scenes. After filming, they went public and eventually married in 1950. But John's affairs continued throughout the marriage, and Eartha felt abandoned and betrayed. The most dramatic moment came in 1952. Eartha walked out on John immediately after their final scene together at their movie's premiere, one of Hollywood's most memorable public breakups. Though rumors of a brief reunion surfaced in 1955, Eartha never truly forgave the pain. She later admitted the relationship left a permanent mark on her, both personally and professionally.
Tina Turner and Ike Turner, a love story turned nightmare. Ike discovered Tina's vocal talent in 1957 and brought her into his band. Romance followed. Their stage chemistry was electric, but behind the scenes, Ike's controlling behavior turned abusive. In 1971, he physically assaulted Tina backstage before a show because she refused to sing a song he demanded. She performed anyway, like a professional, but she was suffering. In 1976, Tina walked away from everything with just 36 cents in her pocket. That single act of courage launched one of the greatest comeback stories in music history. Their story is a powerful reminder of survival, resilience, and reclaiming your life after unimaginable pain.
Lena Horne and Harold Nicholas, a love torn apart by racism. They met in the 1940s working on a short musical film, and the chemistry was instant. But Hollywood and American society pushed back hard. Rumors surfaced that studio executives pressured Lena not to pursue a future with Harold, fearing it would hurt her career. They married in 1947 anyway, but the racism didn't stop. And in 1950, Lena revealed she faced serious backlash from Hollywood insiders simply for marrying a black entertainer. The industry's barriers proved too heavy to survive. They divorced in 1953. Their story is a painful reminder of the price black artists paid simply for loving who they loved.